What's up, guys? Happy Wednesday. I just got off work, so I figured I'd do a quick update video. I haven't done one in a while. Still working at Applebee's, still loving my job. I had a girl that I worked with the other day. She said, "Jeff, between me and you, do you like working here?" I said, "Yeah, I actually do. I really love it." And she said, "Good." She said, "Because we really love having you around." And that meant a lot to me because being appreciated in my workplace is not something I feel like I had for a really long time. So that's very nice. My work life balance has been great. I've had so much time with my kids. I got to go to the daddy-daughter dance the other day. I've got to spend all kind of time with them. I'm making really good money. I made really good money on Valentine's Day the other day. Comparatively, I'm probably making about 85% of what I was making as a general manager, but I also just got my first payout from TikTok yesterday, and the first payout in 3 years of making videos. So if anybody's wondering, for a video that has about 15 million views, you get paid about $4,000 for that, which was like about a month's salary at my last job. So throw that in the bank. I don't have to make a certain amount waiting tables like every single week. I'm not going to be in dire straits if I have a slower week or a busy week. That's a great pressure not to have on me. I feel really good. I feel really happy. I think, a lot of my deal with stress and anxiety and the panic attacks and the depression and a lot of that stuff was my last job. It really was. The pressure of running a restaurant and the maintenance and produce and making sure that all the food and liquor and beer and supplies and everything and staffing and having people call you all the time, "This is broken, somebody cashed this out wrong, this person didn't show up." The conference calls and all the different metrics that have to be met every single way. Like, that's a ton of pressure. Like, being a general manager of a restaurant is a ton of pressure. And I brought that home with me every single day. And I feel like the biggest load has been lifted off me. I had hundreds of people saying this is the best thing that has ever happened to you and will be the best thing that ever happened to you. And one door closes, one more opens. Like, yes, yes, and yes. With the future business, obviously, I want to open a video store / little cafe and stuff. I got a lot of ideas and different things to kind of work towards that. I've been thinking about maybe doing a food truck in the future and kind of start off small and try to make that successful and then grow that into a small restaurant. As far as the movies and stuff like that, I've been thinking about possibly doing like an online store, start out local, just like selling some movies, doing like VHS restoration, transfers from VHS to DVD into digital, mold removal, just a lot of different nerdy, tech things to do with analog media, and stuff like that, and kind of working those two things. And eventually, like, I'm one of the most patient people in the world. I literally grew up with nothing, and I've literally patiently grew my life into what it is right now. I have 2 beautiful kids. I have a wonderful, beautiful wife that I've had for 17 years. We own a house. I have always lived beneath my means. My house, my mortgage is like 25% of my income. I got a 3% interest rate. I bought a 2010 Chevy Impala, paid off. I've always tried to live light. I grew up poor, so I've never lived beyond my means. So like, I'm doing just fine. Success is different to everybody. When you grow up with absolutely nothing, just having everything that I have and the blessings that I have, like, I'm already extremely successful. And I feel like God has a path that is laid out for me, and I'm just going to continue, and it's all going to come to, like, everything's going to work out. I have an overwhelming faith that everything is going to work out for me and good things are going to happen for me, and I'm going to have a great life and a great career. And I don't know what it is yet. And that's the thing. Sometimes you don't know. You don't know the timing of it. You don't know what and when it's going to be, but He does. And everything's going to be just great for me. And I'm going to get to do everything that I've ever wanted to do, and I'm going to be fine. I've been thinking about my content and like what to do with all these followers versus what I was doing. And I'm just going to keep doing what I love. They say if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. I don't want TikTok to feel like a job to me. I love making content. I love making my movie videos and VHS videos and rearranging my man cave and doing different things like that. I like doing a talking video here and there. I definitely have ideas for things, but I don't want there to be any pressure on me, on myself, to do any of those things. I'm just going to do it at my own pace. And I'm right where I need to be, and everything's going good, and I'm blessed. And I just want to thank you guys for all of your support, all of the support that you guys, you know, I had somebody comment on one of my other videos about waiting tables, and she said waiting tables is a job for children. That's a dookie take. First of all, like, your job is not who you are. It does not define you, right? I got really wrapped up in my identity as a general manager, and I took that home, and that's not who I am. I'm not a general manager. I'm not a server. I'm a God-fearing dad, husband, and man. And doing what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. I love waiting tables, and I love making movie videos, and I love exactly what I'm doing. So I'm going to keep on doing that. Thanks for everybody that stayed for 6 minutes of me rambling. You guys have a blessed day.